Cindy really brings her heart and soul into things, and she has that special spark that can create that tear in your eye that most inspirational speakers don't have.
I am awesome, and so are you. I am awesome, and so are you. I am awesome, and so are you.
And I just got to say, what you see is what you get, because Cynthia, this is how she is, this is how she lives. It was just a blast. We had a great time this year.
You were born to discover your greatness. You were born to remember who you are. This is not who we are. This is not who you are. This is who you are. And when you get in touch with that, miracles happen. I have a show in San Angelo, Texas called Ah Radio. And the guys down there said, "Why do you want to call it Ah?" I said, "Well, what happens when you get into the bathtub after a long day? What do we say? Ah. What happens when you have a brilliant moment? What do we say? Ah. What happens when you see a little toddler and a puppy? Ah. You see, this is our divine sound. This is your music. How many people here have ever had to ride standby on a plane? It can be very nervy. I'm in Los Angeles Airport at 5:30. I've got to get on this 8 o'clock flight because I have to catch a flight in John F. Kennedy because my daughter fell in love with an Italian and I've got to go to Tuscany. Yes, to see my grandson be born. All of a sudden they have this big screen. You know this, buddy. They have a big screen and it says, "Flight full, no upgrades." Oh, this isn't good. So I had my gratuity rock. Does everybody know what a gratuity rock is? It's just a river stone. And when you hold it, you need to be grateful for anything. So I started talking. Thank you for putting me on this flight. Thank you for putting me on this flight. And I started just holding this rock. I would not let one negative thought in my head. Thank you for putting me on this flight. We will give anyone a first class ticket anywhere in the United States if you give up your seat on this flight. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. The line formed. Everybody was putting their precious ticket in the machine. My seat after seat after seat. And thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. The big steel doors go wham. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. I had heard 3 names being paged. I guess they didn't show up because at 3 minutes to 8, I heard Cindy Buckingham, which is my married name, and they took me back where the pilots go in. And I had that ticket in my hand, and I had my rock in the other hand. Thank you, God, for putting me on this flight. And I'm kissing my ticket. I did not allow in my thoughts one negative thing. I was going to be on that flight, and I called on the entire universe to get me on that flight. Do you see? Each one of you is connected to that, but we're not awake to it. But music can do it. Music can do it. Tonight, I'm not going to be telling you about what music can do. We're going to experience it. You're never going to listen to music the same way again.